Hello and welcome back, Portal Jumpers. My name is Devin. I write fantasy and steampunk with snarky female leads and a splash of romance. I'm also the founder of All Call Indie, which is a database of freelancers for indie authors, and 1/3 chair of the Authortube Writing Conference. If you have any questions to that spiel that I just spilled out, all of the links are down and below. Again, another highly requested video. I've had to play around. I had my husband help me build that little station right there to do some overhead planning stuff because I need to set up for prepping for book 3 of my Witches series. And this is the Stalogy that I have chosen, complete with stickers. I do have some printouts and things already in here because it takes a lot to set up a, planner tracker from scratch. Don't mind the noise, the puppies are out and they're being mischievous. But I will show you more of my inspiration for this and the chaos that ensued with book 2 and not having a tracking system for me to specifically place my writing thoughts. Excuse you, sir. He's trying to get under my desk. Oh, but anyways, I'm going to clean up as much of this mess as I can. I'm being stepped on. And now he's laying at my feet. Dogs. But yeah, I'm going to clean up this mess over here and see if I can get this setup working. And I'll see you in a couple of seconds.
All right, first let me say that took way too long to set up. And I've still have a lot to do today. So let's breeze through this real quick. First off, my writing tracker. Now, these are what I normally use on a daily basis, which is my collections journal, bullet journal, things I want to look back on, and my regular planner. But I don't need these. I do need this to explain why I'm making this. So this is a planner that was designed by Natalia Lee, and I will have her YouTube series linked below. What I used this for was word count tracking, story notes as I was going through editing, finishing this up. And this was for book 1. I had habit trackers in here, how I broke down my chapters, because I don't worry about chapters in the first 2 drafts. And this was November when I finished the book and it was out for editing, so I didn't use it. But this was so nice. I didn't necessarily use it as a planner, but more as a tracker. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get any more planners up for 2024. And I sorely missed it for my second book because I had notes everywhere. And I decided I can't do that again. So I had this Stalogy hanging around. And I figured, why not just go ahead and use it? So some of these stickers are listed below if you'd like to purchase it. But for others, like these 2, I was just given them. So there's that. I got some colors picked out. I already did a pre-setup thing. I already have this pre-set up because I work better when I don't have to talk and plan and organize. It gives me time to think and play around without having to kind of entertain. So move all of that off the side. So what I'm going to use this for Yeah. This is my goals page, and I'm going to have the book cover for each book in here. So The Witch's Mirror, which is the second book in my series. I need to start with the publishing thing as soon as I get back from the copy editor. This is the last quarter of 2024. And then I have 2025 just washi taped in here. And then it goes into October. I've got my habit tracker all set and ready. Now these are just washi taped in, so I'm actually going to tape them in. And I mapped out similar to her layout for exactly her layout. Like this, but this is a larger notebook, so I will have more space, more writing space. Okay, I'm trying to keep this straight. My setup is a hot mess. But I've got all of my weeks planned out here, and I did in a way to make sure I was on track. I marked the day that the Monday started for each of these weeks. And I only have it filled out to December. Right. So I'm going to go through and speed take this. That'd be speedy for you. That's amazing. All right, taping all of those in took about 12 minutes. So the next step in the process is I'm not going to worry too much about November and December just yet. I do want to set up October since it's happening on Tuesday and today is Sunday. I found these old happy planner stickers because I need to mark Halloween. So I'm not sure what's happening on this day. But I do know that I probably won't be working on Halloween. So let's just block that off. So what I'm going to do for the monthly side is the final word count for the witch's sword on the days. So it won't be every day. I tend to take Thursdays and Sundays off with writing. Fridays are my admin days, but I will be writing mostly in the evening on Fridays. And this needs a little bit of color, and I already pre-selected markers because I'm just that kind of person. So June and July, nothing really happens those months. I do plan on finishing the witch's sword by January and try to have a copy edit scheduled for probably March or April. But I'll worry about that later. Right now, I need to get these months in. All right, so goal for October is to get 40K words. I think those are all of my plans for October, November, December. For the writing part. I'm gonna try and publish the Witch's Mirror in November. Fingers crossed on that. Don't hold your breath. Do not hold me accountable for those words. Holidays. And that means school will be out this week, and most of that week. And definitely no working on Halloween. All right, if you hear my dogs out there, something has their interest. I'm not exactly sure what it is. So let's get into the habit tracker. Now I went back into my old tracking book to see what I was tracking. And I wrote them down here on the sticky notes. So I can average about 1,200 words in 2 hours. I'm going to do a minimum of 1 2-hour sprint in 4 days. But I'm not going to limit myself to that, especially if I'm in the groove of writing. So I find it really cool to track my 1,200 words to other word counts. Now, for words that I get in between here, I'm not going to write it down or mark it off. I'm also not going to mark if I have more than 2,400 words, because I'll be keeping track here, and then I'll mark my final word count on this side. Now, self-care, because I will get so absorbed in writing that I won't do anything else. And the weather's getting better-ish for walking. So I'm going to mark my walking days. Fun reading. Now, October, I am part of the Spooky Scary Skeleton Halloween readathon. So that fun reading will be pretty good. No evening work or sprints. And stretching. Again, with that hyper focus, I will forget to do wash my hands, face, and teeth in the morning and evening. So this isn't so much as a habit tracker as a reminder, like, oh shoot, I skipped this. I didn't even think about doing that. Gotta love that ADHD. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this sticky notes. No longer required. Another thing about Natalia's tracker or her planner is at the beginning of each month. Find a good one. She's got this to-do list and a notes page. And then this part says budget. Okay, or it says bills. Don't necessarily need that for this one, but let's see if I can find it. On her habit tracking page, she's got priorities and reflections. So I want to put those right here. Writing mark in the middle. All right. Priorities. I'm already at 20,000 words because the Witch's Crystal had a lot of backstory that I needed to fill in. So I created a document for each book to fill in the backstories. So I need 20,000 words by the end of the month. And I'm pretty sure I'll get more than that this time around. And a lot of things need to be changed. I've changed a lot of names over the last two books. And this journal tracker, dated writing tracker, is a perfect place to document and remember what names have been changed. So far my priority, 20,000 words. Well, let's not forget the newsletter. It's already scheduled to go out on the 4th, which is my son's birthday. There will be no working on the 4th, or probably that entire weekend. He'll be in school at the beginning of the day, and then he's got a game. He's in marching band. He's got a game that day, so I might be able to work on that day, unless I'm running out and getting him surprises. We'll see. I'm not going to post that because he might watch this video. All right, so those done. This, because the paper is so thin, I'm not going to draw the boxes, but I am going to and this is a tracker journal writing thing that I can look back on. All right, I'm going to run through this real quick. Don't really want to talk while I do it. So all of these are done. I found some stickers with some dates on it because I'm not going to fiddle around with dates while I try to write my words. So I've got some of these. I think I have enough. Definitely with this page, I have enough. Right. So let me go through and date. I'll be right back. I've got all that done. I'm just going to mark my husband's birthday. He probably won't be home for it. Hopefully he is. All right. So we have that. One last thing that I want to do. As you can see, I'm not a perfectionist. Things are tricky, over the lines. Handwriting, there's much to be desired in this just way of labeling things. There's only one sticker of Halloween things in this one. There we go. And let's just remind myself not to do too much on Halloween. There we go. All right, so as I was saying, one last thing I want to do is find this habit tracker and the weekends. 5, 6, 12, 13, and I'll have these printables linked to the shops below as well. 19, 20, 26, and 27. All right, and that is it. I will have this all set and ready. If you want to follow along on this progress, I need to fill out my goals. But I'll take a picture of my goals and post it to my planning Instagram. Okay, so I'll do up my goals and then I'll post pictures, and if you guys enjoyed this and follow along, let me know if you want weekly updates to see some of this filled out. I will have covered spoilers though. Well, I think these are perfect size for sticky notes. They are. I'll use sticky notes to cover up any spoilers. But that's all for this. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later.